All right, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere shalom to the hopeful elect out there, man. And in this lesson right here, the title of this lesson right here is gonna be Wack 100 proves that these tough guys ain't so tough. Okay. And what inspired this lesson, okay, is this video I just watched on that dude Tazariak's channel, right? Cross the Line Radio, okay, and Tazariak from the ISUPK, which is a camp that's going off. All right, I don't advise maybe younger brothers or brothers period, to be following this camp right here. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm not making this video to uplift Captain Tazariak in the ISUPK. But I was listening to this video, this podcast or whatever the fuck this little debate is that he had with Wack 100. Okay. And let me give you a little backstory on who Wack 100 is. Wack 100 is a Paru gang member, blood, right? And he's known for all sorts of ignorant shit and just being a nigga out in public, and basically the stereotypical gang banging, ignorant, violent Negro in America, man. Right? And Wack 100 has publicly made a point to let the world know that he is a gangbanger and he's down with all the degenerate behavior. Right? Now you got this dude Tazariak for I'll probably say a year or two now. He's been linking up with Wack 100, going on Wack 100's little podcast, having a debate with Wack 100, discussing topics with Wack 100, okay? And, the ISUPK has even went as far to invite this nigga to their Passover this year, right? Wack 100 did a promo video for the ISUPK Passover, Okay, so that shows you where ISUPK's mentality is if they side with a nigga like this, right? And, every time I hear Tazariak talk with Wack 100, Wack 100 is always cussing him out and disrespecting him, like blatantly cussing him out, calling him a nigga, fuck you, motherfucker, sending him threats. Clearly Wack 100 is not too fond of Captain Tazariak. Clearly he doesn't really respect him. Okay. And Wack 100 has no respect for the truth in general. Okay. So, I was watching this video and I watched about 45 minutes of it, because it got to a point to where I just had to turn the shit off. It was just, it got to, you listen to it and you spit the bones out and you keep it going because, eventually the key points were made and, it was just some nigga shit back and forth. It was just some screaming, yelling nigga shit between Tazariak and Wack 100, But what I found significant in this video is, pretty much the whole discussion that they were having was Tazariak, right, was defending his camp. He was defending his camp whenever like a Edomite comes up to the camp and you'll have the ISUPK make the Edomite get down on their knees and kiss their boots, right? Or they get down on their knees and then you see an ISUPK member put their foot on top of the Edomite's head. Okay, now that's not something that brothers in GMS do. That's not something that brothers condone, because it's for what, At the end of the day, you still got to wake up and go to work tomorrow in corporate America, okay? Edomites are down and dirty. That doesn't affect their spirit at all, that you put a fucking a boot on top of their head, The average Edomite man is a faggot, All that kinky shit where a nigga in the bedroom with a bunny costume, you know what I mean? And there's fucking dildos and lube everywhere. That comes from Esau. Esau's into that freaky, wild shit. So that, Esau, Salakia, Esau getting on one knee, kissing a boot, that ain't nothing that's taboo to him, right? He always degrades himself. You ain't doing nothing, okay? We still in captivity, all right? But Tazariak is pretty much defending how Esau is kneeling down, kissing a boot. And, Tazariak is basically saying how, that's good for our people, that the so-called white man is in a submissive position to the Israelite man. And, in a sense, that is true. All right. But that's not the way you do it. We're going to get that in the kingdom. I want to put my foot on an Edomite's neck, too. But I want to be exalted by the Lord first. I want to have that spiritual power. I want to conquer Esau as a whole before I put my foot on his neck. You know what I mean? Not put my foot on his neck and then got to wake up and go to work and be a corporate slave again. Okay? But that's besides the point. Let me get to the point of the video. All right? Or this lesson. Wack 100 has a problem with Edomites getting down on one knee, kissing the Israelite man's boot. And his reason for why he has a problem is the white man is going to get angry and he's going to come after all of us. So Wack 100 is arguing with Tazariak, telling him, y'all niggas need to cut that out. Them white boys is going to come after all of us. We all going to get fucked up because of that. My mama, that's Jake's favorite little fucking trump card. My mama, her life is on the line when you do that shit. My mama could get killed, nigga. But basically, Wack 100 is afraid of the so-called white man. You see? All that tough shit, all that Paru blood, I'ma beat your ass when I see you. I got killers on deck. But as soon as the white man, is threatened, here come Wack 100 defending him with every bone in his body. And I'm talking about Wack 100 argued with Tazariak, for a cold minute, Like I said, I had to cut the video off. I was 45 minutes in. He's still talking about the shit, This is a hour and 30-minute video. So that means that this nigga is defending Esau for an hour and 30 minutes passionately, cussing, screaming, yelling, just to defend Esau. Okay? And this shows you that a lot of these tough guys, a lot of these alpha males, these gangbangers, these motherfuckers who you think are the macho men of this society, they really some bitch ass niggas, man. And they really some sellouts that's really afraid of the so-called white man, that's really afraid of Esau, man. All right? Another example is Andrew Tate. Okay? Andrew Tate is another example. When Andrew Tate first hit the internet, he caused a frenzy. Everybody was tapping into his videos and, oh man, this is the new alpha on the block. He's saying some truth. He cussing out women. He telling men to be men again. What happened? Esau threw that nigga in jail, which I believe were some false charges, or it could have been real, whatever. But Esau tossed that nigga in jail, and now look at Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate don't talk about none of that shit he was talking about before. You know why? Because they told that nigga to shut his motherfucking mouth, and they threatened him with his lifestyle. They threatened his comfortability. So now Andrew Tate has a PG-friendly, somewhat rough edge podcast to where he keeps all of the topics YouTube friendly now. So yeah, a lot of these tough guys, man, they're not really cut out, okay, for war, man. They'll kill each other. They'll go to war with each other because they have that deep dysfunction that the devil ingrained inside of them. But when it comes down to going after the real enemy, not only do they not want to do it, they will fight their own people to not do it. They will go against their own nation for the so-called white man. Ain't that fucking crazy? When you listen to this video, right, I heard Wack 100 say to Tazariak, he said this in the video. I'm not going to say what he said word for word, but I'm going to roughly paraphrase what he said. He told Tazariak, you know what? If y'all really think, y'all ISUPK, y'all Israelites really think that y'all really about that shit, well, I'm going to go get some white boys and I'm going to put them in front of you, and then we going to see if you about that. And he also said, I'm gonna take that video of them white people kneeling down, kissing your boot, and I'm gonna promote it, and I'm gonna get all the white people to come holler at you about that. Now you tell me if that ain't no coon shit. You tell me if that ain't a nigga that love the white man. You tell me if that don't sound like a raw coon, okay, a nigga that'll do anything for massa. Protect daddy at all costs. And that's a goddamn shame, man. Wack 100 bark all that bullshit about, nigga, it's Paru, nigga, I do all this, and nigga, what's up, nigga? But look how afraid he is of the so-called white man, right? And that's because Wack 100 has been to prison before, so he knows how medieval Esau can get. Okay, Jakes who have been to prison, they've seen that treacherous side, okay, of Esau, man. They've seen it before, because when you go into them courtrooms, right? You dealing with them public defenders and them lawyers. You dealing with Esau for real. You dealing with the devil himself when you get up in them situations. So Wack 100 has been to jail and prison. So he's been face to face with the devil, and he don't want no parts. He's scared of the white man, man. All right. So yeah, man, it's time for, you Jakes out there, man, to unplug from these bullshit characters, okay, that are being exalted in this world, because Wack 100 is proof that a lot of these characters, a lot of these so-called alpha male niggas, right, they're not going to stand for the nation, right? They're not going to put their lives on the line, okay, and go at it with the enemy for the sake of the entire nation. They're not willing to do that, right? They don't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because if you believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, then you by default you're gonna want payback, okay, for what these other nations did to your nation as as a whole, man. You're not going to be happy about that, man. Right? But Wack 100, he don't want payback. He just want to continue to be American. He said it in the video too. He said, I'm an American. I'm an American. I want to be around Americans. He's a all out coon. Okay? All that rah-rah, all that tough guy shit where you know what I mean, where you know, he act like if a nigga disrespect him, he'll break his jaw on sight. And maybe he would. He probably would do that to his own people. But when it come down to the so-called white man, he shrivels up like a fucking turtle. Tired of you fake tough faggot niggas, man. For real, man. Tired of you niggas, man. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to deal with you coward ass niggas for that, man. Let's get a precept real quick. Let's get a precept. Let's go Deuteronomy. Let's go let's go Numbers 13. And let's start at 31. Okay? Well, let's start at 30. Okay? And this is going into the time period of Caleb and Joshua and Moses was there in this time period too. But pretty much the Lord gave the nation of Israel charge to start taking over the lands, right? Start conquering all the other nations, right? And putting them in subjection. Because that is what the Lord purposed the nation of Israel to do, to be the most dominant race on the planet Earth. We can't be the most dominant race on the planet Earth if we got the devil ruling over us. And you got a lot of niggas who like the devil to rule over them, right? They like being in captivity. They like being niggas that Esau engineered them to be. And that's Wack 100, man. So this is a time period where Jake was running around conquering lands, conquering other nations. And you had some nations that Jake was afraid to go up against. Some niggas was afraid to conquer the land, even though they knew that the Lord was still behind them, right? The Lord had their back. The Lord gave them the authority to do it. And the Lord said, I will be with thee when you go in that land and conquer them damn Hamites, conquer them fucking Edomites. Okay, I'm going to be with you. You still had some Jakes that was scared to do it. Let's read about it. This is Numbers 13 and verse 30. It says, and Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Right. So you had some Jakes, man, that was afraid to conquer a particular land because they looked at the people in the land and they got scared and said, oh, they're stronger than us. I don't want to do that. I'm scared. That reminds me of these fake tough guys, okay, that are, being exalted in this timeline of ours. These Wack 100s, these fresh and fits. These what's them called? Andrew Tates. Okay? Because they can talk all of that shit, but when it really comes down to it, they're afraid to put their lives on the line for their people, for their God, first and foremost. You know? It's to the point with a nigga like Wack 100, even if Yahweh Shai came down here and told him, I need you to go, I need you to put your life on the line, okay, and stand on the front lines of my army. Wack 100 would probably flip the Lord off and go put a fucking pork chop in his mouth and get back to the block where he can be a Compton Paru nigga. He ain't trying to go to war, man. You niggas just want to kill each other, man. Some weak ass shit is that. That's some weak, coward, punk ass shit, man. Crab in a barrel, bitch ass nigga. Let's jump down. Well, let's go to 32. It says, and they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. Okay? Meaning that they were tall men in the land that Jake was scouting out to conquer. And that's what was having a lot of Jakes afraid. And that's how a lot of these Jakes look at Esau, right? Esau's a weak, scrawny weasel nigga. But in Jake's mind, Esau is this big, giant Goliath, dominating force that they just don't want to go up against. Okay? Even though the prophets are out there on the corners, okay, giving our people hope, telling them that the Lord is with us now, telling them that the Lord has redeemed us back, and we can receive anything if we ask in faith, right? And we submit ourselves to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Even though we tell them that, they still don't believe it, and they're still afraid of the enemy. And that's why niggas like that gotta go. That's why niggas like Wack 100 gotta go, right? Niggas like Wack 100, all of these niggas, man, that you think are these mighty warriors of America, man. They gotta go, because they really not mighty at all, man. They really are afraid of the U.S. government, okay? They really afraid of the U.S. government, man, when it really boils down to it. You got that New York rapper. His name is Casanova, right? This nigga is in prison. He's in prison right now, and they think about hitting that nigga with 60 years. Now, before Casanova went into prison, he was a gangster rapper from New York City. The only thing he rapped about was punching niggas, robbing niggas, shooting niggas, selling dope, and he looked like the type of nigga that do it. He a big, tall, dark-skinned black man with muscles. And the only thing he will rap about is punching niggas out, shooting niggas. I'm a gangster nigga, you know me, nigga. Now he in the prison fighting for his life, sending letters to the judge, begging Esau to, release him from prison, humbling himself to the U.S. government, begging the courts, saying I'm not a gang member anymore. He's totally renounced everything that he stood for. The moment Esau pretty much threatened him and took away his comfortability. So a lot of these niggas, all they want is just their comfortability, man. And that's been Jake's problem since the wilderness, is just that damn comfortability demon. I want to go back to the heathen. Even though the Lord saved us from Egypt, I'd rather go back to the heathen, right? Because that was comfortable. I knew how to do that the best. The way of the Lord is too difficult, Verse 33, it says, and there we saw the giants, the son of Anak, okay, and Anak, okay, were Hamites, some big, tall-ass Africans, okay, because this was in the land of Canaan, the Anak, the Anakims, right, and the reason why they said they were giants, they weren't like, Hollywood description of giants, some 50-foot tall men walking around. No, they were just super tall men. You know what I mean? Like how you got regular sized people today, and then you got niggas in the NBA. A nigga in the NBA is way taller than the average person. The average man out here is about 5'8", 5'9". A nigga in the NBA is 6'7", 7 feet. You know what I mean? So they were taller than Jake. So Jake was afraid. Jake didn't want to go up against his enemy. Okay? And a lot of that is what's going on today. Jake is afraid to go against their enemy. That's why Jake don't want to latch on to the truth. Jake don't want to listen to the prophets and submit themselves to the word of the Lord, because they know once they do that, then they're going to have to choose a side, right? They're going to have to possibly put their lives on the line, okay, and outright go against the powers that be and pretty much commit treason in this country. And a nigga like Wack 100 ain't willing to do that. He just want to be a Paru hot link nigga for the rest of his life. It says, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, so we were in their sight. Yep. A lot of these Jakes, they look at themselves as the Jake has been beaten down, okay? Their confidence has been beaten down so much that whenever they come across Esau, whenever they come across the so-called white man, they just automatically give themselves, the path of failure. Oh, I can't go against him. You know, he's the white man. You know, he got too much power. You know, because Jake don't believe in the Lord. So Jake is looking at it from a carnal lens. I can't go against the white man. Nah, hell nah. He could throw me in prison. He could cut off my bank account. He could shut down my podcast. Nah, I can't do that. You know, Jake looks at themselves as like a grasshopper compared to Esau, man. You know, but that's why the elect is so important, because we're the ones that have the confidence, okay, to know that we're better, okay, than these other nations that we're going up against. We're the ones that's going to stand for the nation, man. All right. When we hit them corners and we're out there on the highways and hedges, we standing for our people. We ain't got no fucking black owned business for you niggas. You niggas are just crash and burn that shit anyways, man. Any little fundraiser we try to set up for y'all niggas will ruin that shit within 2 days. All we got is the word of the Lord, man. Okay. And we putting our lives on the line like real men and calling out the wickedness of Esau and our people, man. Doing the Lord's work, man. Okay? These fake tough guys ain't doing none of that. They squirm when Esau put that pressure on them. Let's get this last one. This is Deuteronomy 20:8. It says, and the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Okay? And I'm going to be honest, Wack 100, you know, if you come across this video, okay, in this little sit down you did with Tazariak, okay, you sounded very fearful and faint-hearted, okay, when it comes down to going up against the powers that be, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You sounded very fearful and faint-hearted. You sounded like you didn't want no smoke and you just want to be a comfortable Negro in society, man. Okay? But pretty soon, man, Esau is going to come after all you niggas anyways, man. You know? Esau going to get you anyways, man. Esau is getting ready to lock down this country. He's getting ready to put this place through martial law, man. Okay? So you're going to get got either way by Esau, man. That's why, brothers, the hopeful elect, we out there standing on our shield, because if Esau come get us, shit, whatever, man, at least we went out on our shield. We went out with some integrity. Esau, hey, the Revelation 12:12, the devil shall come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath a short time. Go into the history of Rome. Nero burnt down Rome, right? Because Rome was failing economically. Okay. So Nero needed somebody to blame. He burnt down Rome and then went after all the Israelites. Esau's getting ready to do it all over again. He gonna shut down America and then blame it on you Jakes. So you gonna get got either way, Wack. You ain't escaping shit. So go ahead and be a comfortable Negro with a podcast, okay? But Esau's gonna shut off that bank account. He gonna shut that podcast down, okay? And he gonna lock your stupid, fat, fucking ass in a FEMA camp, man. We'll see how Paru you is then. Goofy ass nigga. It says, let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. Yeah, so Wack 100, you're not cut for war. That little war that you got going on between the Bloods and the Crips and the prison politics, nigga, that ain't real war, man. That's dysfunction. The real war, okay, is what the hopeful members of the elect are doing, man. This is the real war. This is a spiritual war. Okay, we going against the powers that be, man. All right. And the Lord said, any man that has a faint-hearted heart, let him go back home. You ain't cut out for this, man. So, of course, you would get afraid. You ain't cut out. You ain't a real man. All right. You ain't a real man. All right. And all you Jakes, man. All you Jakes that are afraid to come up against the devil, man, after everything he did to you. The blatant disrespect. Think about this. The blatant disrespect that the so-called white man does to you Negroes every couple years, where he puts out a slavery movie to remind you niggas that he's still in power and he beat your ass. Just what was that, last year or the year before that? They came out with that Will Smith movie. What was that Will Smith movie where he was a slave, right? Esau put them little movies out like that on purpose, man, because he wants to always remind you that he conquered you. Okay? And he doing all types of other shit to willingly purposely destroy you. Okay? And you just want to have sympathy. You just want to fit in. You don't deserve, okay, a royal name. All right? You don't deserve it, man. You're a coward. And your legacy will be coward in the next life. Shalom.